Hello everybody, my name's John, a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to my latest video recipe. And in this one I'll show you how to make this irresistible Oreo chocolate bark. It's incredibly easy to make and absolutely delicious. All you need is a packet of Oreo biscuits and some white or milk chocolate. And with Easter just around the corner, it makes a wonderful homemade chocolate gift for the kids. My two grandkids absolutely love this crunchy Oreo bark, and I'm sure yours will too. You can see the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. And the link to that page and lots more is in the description box under the video. Just find and click on the word more, and that'll give you access to all the relative links for this video, including our website store products. Right, let's get on with this fun recipe. Okay, I'll start the recipe with 154 gram standard UK packet of Oreo biscuits, or cookies, whatever you call them where you live. First, tip them out onto your bench. And all you have to do now is to break them into small but bite-sized pieces. You should be able to get around 6 pieces out of each biscuit. And while I'm breaking up those Oreos, why not get up to date and join in all the fun with everything that's happening on the channel by joining our monthly newsletter. There'll be a link in the description if you want to check it out. I did originally intend to cut these biscuits using a knife, but as you can see, it causes these very brittle biscuits to shatter, resulting in a lot of small crumbs too. Much better to break them by hand. And a very quick mention to the channel's Patreon, PayPal, Super Thanks and YouTube's new membership supporters. I'll do the name splash and shout out a little later in the video. Right, once that's done, set those aside for now. Next job, you need to prepare a medium-sized baking tray or cookie sheet by lining it with a sheet of parchment paper. And to hold the paper in place, grease the tray with a thin coat of butter. And that will stop it sliding around when we're spreading the melted chocolate out. Right, that's that job out the way. You can set that aside for now too. Right, onto the chocolate. Now I'm using 300 grams of a good quality white chocolate chip, which is split into 2 batches. 200 grams, that's 7 ounces, and 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. You can also use cut up white chocolate bars too, whether it's cooking or a better quality chocolate, as long as you have 200 grams and 100 grams. The 200 gram batch is the one that will be melting in the microwave. The 100 gram is to be set aside for now. I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. Now get your 200 gram batch into a plastic or glass bowl and get it into your microwave. Start by setting it away on full power for 60 seconds. After 30 seconds, stop it, get it out and give it a mix. There'll be very little difference at the moment, just a little sticky. Back in for another 15 seconds. Okay, get it back out again, and as you can see, it's just starting to clump together. Back in again for the last 15 seconds of that minute, and you can leave your silicone spatula in the bowl from now on too. The secret to tempering chocolate is to heat it slowly in short bursts. Now it's definitely starting to melt. Right, keep doing this in 10 to 15 second bursts, depending on your microwave's power. Mine is a 900 watt, so I'm doing 10-second intervals. And after about another 90 seconds in total, it should be properly melted like this. If you have one, check the temperature. It should be around 45 degrees Celsius, that's 113 Fahrenheit. Now to get the temperature down and to temper the chocolate, add your 100 grams to the bowl. This is known as seeding the chocolate. Now keep stirring with your spatula until all the chocolate has melted together and there's no more lumps left. Once again, if you can, check the temperature. This time you're looking for around 29 Celsius, that's 85 Fahrenheit. And if you don't have a thermometer, the chocolate should feel slightly warm to the touch, flow easily in a smooth ribbon, and looks glossy and fluid, not thick and hot. And that's it, your chocolate is now tempered and will set properly. And now you can add your broken Oreos to the chocolate in the bowl. Once in, very gently start to fold the broken biscuits and chocolate together. Make sure every piece of Oreo has a coat of chocolate on it. Right, almost there. Get your prepared baking tray on the bench and scrape the mixture out of the bowl and onto it. And make sure you get it all scraped out. Once it's on the baking tray, gently spread it out until it's around 1 centimetre or 3/8 of an inch thick. Your chocolate should stay loose enough to finish this spreading process. Clean any chocolate off the spatulas too. We don't want any waste on this channel. And there you go, all done. Now get it into the fridge for about 30 minutes to set up. And while that white chocolate Oreo bark is setting in the fridge, I hope you don't mind if I give my very latest Book 5 a quick shout out. This latest release features 12 all new bread recipes not found in any of my previous 4 books, along with even more brand new recipes for air fryers, pies, cakes and desserts, and much more. The book also includes interactive elements such as QR codes linking directly to step-by-step video tutorials for each recipe, and you'll find links for all 5 books in the description below the video. Okay, 30 minutes are up, so get your tray out of the fridge. Your Oreo chocolate slab should be well set by now. All you have to do now is to break it up into bite-sized pieces. Providing the tempering went well, you should hear a very satisfying chocolate snap. A cross-section of the slab should show pieces of Oreo biscuit throughout the chocolate. Right, I'll carry on breaking up the slab. Once you're done, you can weigh it off and see how much we're left with. And from 454 grams of chocolate and Oreos, we've ended up with 440 grams of chocolate Oreo bark. You will lose a little during the process. Right, I'll bag mine equally into these 4 cute little candy striped sweet bags. These really do make fantastic gifts, especially around Easter time, Christmas and birthdays. You can also use milk chocolate too, exactly the same process. In fact, Cadbury already make an Oreo bar now. Ours are better though. Personally, I prefer the white chocolate option. And once you become proficient at tempering chocolate, you can get really clever and start making your own Oreo chocolate bars like these. All you need is the mould. This will really impress your family and friends. And they're a lot of fun and very interesting to make too. So I hope you give these a try this Easter and make some wonderful chocolate treats for your family and friends. And if you'd like to know how I make my own Easter eggs, leave a comment below. Massive thumbs up for this one, guys. And as promised earlier in the video, here is the latest name splash and shout out list, including YouTube's brand new loyalty membership supporters. And they are The Early Times, Jens K3250, The Doctor 1225, Narendra 5770, Carolyn M 2943. Thanks very much guys, I really do appreciate all that you do in supporting the channel. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So, until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.